You're oiling, masking, using magic hair growth serums, air drying like a Renaissance goddess, and yet your hair still looks kind of wacky. These healthy hair habits might be the exact reason why your hair is not growing. Your shine is non-existent, your products aren't working, and you're exhausted doing all the right things with no return. Here are 10 healthy habits that are secretly sabotaging your hair, and the affordable, easy fixes that'll finally give you the Pinterest hair of your dreams. One of the most common things that people do in trying to get their hair healthy, strong, shiny, and growing super fast is misusing bond repair treatments. They have the best intentions, but they have the worst results. Protein heavy masks like Olaplex and K18 are amazing, but if your hair is already compromised, bleached, damaged, brittle, you need twice as much moisture as you do bond repair, or you'll just continue using these products and seeing more of your hair snap off. Think of bond builders like rebar and cement. Great for structure, but if there's no moisture in the mix, the whole thing cracks. Hair needs a balance of strength and softness. So if you've been using Olaplex or K18 every week, maybe multiple times a week, and your hair still feels dry and crusty, crunchy, or lifeless, you're not under repairing, you're over repairing. Here's exactly how we're gonna fix it. Go heavy on the moisture. Look for products that say moisture and hydration. They essentially mean the same thing. Keep the protein 2-to-1 rule, meaning do twice as many moisture treatments as you do protein bond repair treatments. If K18 scares you, as it does most people, replace that with the Redken acidic bonding pre-shampoo treatment. This is the easiest bond repair treatment on the market, and unlike Olaplex, you don't have to wait 30+ minutes for it to work. This gives you results no matter your hair type. It is so simple. You put it in your hair 5 to 10 minutes before you shampoo, you rinse it out, you shampoo, you condition, you're done. You can use your after shampoo treatments. Your hair will feel so rich and luxurious. Unlike K18, which has all these complicated steps, there definitely are K18 hacks, which I could touch on in another video because it gets kind of complicated, but the Redken one has the best results with the easiest instructions. There is no science involved that you have to think about at least. Second, healthy habit that people are messing up too many times than not are the heatless curls. The only reason heatless curls ever came into existence was because they didn't use heat, which meant they didn't do any harm. This is the same philosophy behind the Dyson Airwrap, but I'm gonna tell you why the Dyson and similar products, even using heat, are actually healthier for your hair than heatless curls. The main problem with heatless curls that people complain about is that they don't last because they're not using heat. You're generally not always using product, although you can, and you look lifeless within an hour or two after you unwrap. To compensate this, people are using their heatless curls and they're wrapping them very, very, very tightly. Tension is one of the biggest culprits of your hair, and when you're trying to grow your hair out, make it thicker, fuller, and overall healthier, tension is one of the worst things you can do. Protection does not mean circulation stopping. Tension equals breakage and traction alopecia over time. You do not want this. This is the easiest fix in the world. You're simply going to loosen up your curls. Gives you a little bit of a looser curl, but wouldn't you rather have a looser curl than losing your hair? Make sure you're also opting for a soft fabric, preferably satin. Some people really like the velvet ones, and I don't think those are necessarily bad if your hair is already healthy and in a good state, because if your hair is a little bit more wet, that sucks up more of the moisture overnight. But for those that are in crisis mode, stick to satin and make sure you're not using anything but a soft elastic or a scrunchie. Otherwise, your ends are still gonna be snappy. There are so many hair oils on the market now, and I did just do a short for you guys to find the best hair oils for your specific hair type. Very easy. But the problem is every oil is created so incredibly different. And when you get down this rabbit hole in the science of it, you start to understand why a lot of these magic hair oils do not work for you. And I'm gonna tell you exactly why. Castor oil, coconut oil, shea butter, all sound healthy in theory. They're thick, luxurious, so automatically you think, okay, thicker, the better, the healthier, etc., etc. But if your hair is fine or medium, these are going to be the worst things for your hair, especially those that have high porosity hair. They're basically pomade for your hair. Heavy oils clog your follicles, weigh you down, and even cause fungal acne on your scalp if left on for long periods of time. So this is a really easy switch. Don't have to have super heavy oils to get the hair of your dreams. You're gonna opt for a lightweight oil. If your hair is damaged and you're suffering with split ends, I definitely recommend the Olaplex bonding oil. There's really nothing better than this. Argan oil is another great one that works on virtually all hair types, but especially fine and medium hair without weighing it down. And then there's some oil serums that work especially well, like this one from L'Oreal that is super inexpensive. We have to retrain our brains into thinking lightweight means non-existent and it's not gonna work, because the lightweight ones are gonna work miracles compared to the heavy ones. Number 4 is air drying without product. You can take it from me, I did this so many times in the past, especially when I was in college, because quite frankly, I did not care. People didn't know hair like they know now. Also, I was a little bit stubborn. But not sealing moisture on your hair if you're air drying is going to not do you any good. You're gonna look like you got electrocuted. If you're not protecting your strands, you are increasing your breakage. Now, air drying can be a great alternative if you wash your hair at night, or you're doing the curly girl method, or you just really are completely adverse to heat and want to do everything all natural. Without any leave-in, you are welcoming frizz, flyaways, and stress. Another super easy fix is getting a solid leave-in conditioner. These are going to add further moisture in your hair, and some formulas will give you the heat protection, make this a multi-purpose product. The other benefit of a leave-in conditioner is it will add shine and help seal in that cuticle so no moisture gets out. All these products that I'm mentioning on my video, if you want easy access, are going to be available on my Amazon storefront as well as the description below. Some of you guys prefer Amazon, some of you prefer the direct link, so I'm giving both options to you because neither of us like complication. Another healthy hack that many people swear by is only brushing with boar bristle hairbrushes. There is absolutely nothing wrong with boar bristle hairbrushes. The idea behind these brushes is that they bring down oil from your scalp to the rest of your roots. That part is absolutely true. However, if your hair is dry, bleached, and in a devastated state, this can cause breakage. Not all brushes are universal. They're classics, but they're not for everyone. These guys can rip through knots in your hair, whether they're dry or wet, much like a lawnmower. What you're gonna do instead is get a dry brush and be very gentle. If you had to pick one brush above anything else, make it a wet brush. It doesn't even have to be this exact kind. Honestly, don't look too into this because it is a bit dirty. She has not been cleaned yet, but this will extend the life of your hairstyles, where this is going to flatten everything out. This one is going to extend your wash days and make your curls, your blowouts last much longer. This one's also a lot lighter. You can use it on wet hair, you can use it to air dry, you can use it to style with. It's literally an all-in-one, and they're almost always cheaper than a boar brush. Also, have you seen those boar brushes that are like $300? Insane, do not buy those. Big problem we have, that sounds healthy, but it actually isn't, is skimping out on shampoo. Literally just skipping days in a row where you're not washing your hair. I do not recommend washing your hair every day because that's a lot to do, especially if you're styling your hair. And obviously you want to give your hair a bit of a break now and then from washing and not overstrip the oils in your hair. This goes for all hair types, but going extended days without washing your hair does come with its problems. We got product buildup, we got sebum overload, clogged follicles, not to mention you're probably gonna smell a little bit. It's still gonna be there. You could get a hair perfume, but if your scalp is oily and flaky and scratchy and your ends are dry, and even if they're not dry, you are not detoxing, you are marinating. Fix is easy. Get a clarifying shampoo, or shampoo 2 to 3 times a week instead of 1 to 2 times a week. I know some of you may ask, well, what if I'm really active and I go to the gym every day and I sweat? Go every other day. Just don't go every day and don't wait a week to wash your hair. Both cause problems, but you want your scalp to breathe. Now we've got protective styles. Got over overstay their welcome. Low buns are super cute. Braids are recommended for overnight protection. Claw clips do no damage at all. Wrong. If you're constantly stressing your hair in the exact same hairstyle over and over and over again, especially if you're winding things up very tightly, we need to talk. This even gets worse if you're adding gel and mousse and hairspray to your hair. You are doing so much more harm than good. All these products and this added tension is stressing your hair out. And as we talked about before, suffocating it. It's cute and all until your hair strands are under constant pressure and in the same spot for days. This fix could not be easier. You do not have to give up your scrunchies and your claw clips. You just need to rotate them. Wear a claw clip up here, wear a low bun here, wear braids of whatever kind you want. Just mix it up. We all like variety in life. Turns out your hair does too. Many people go to bed with their hair wet to avoid heat. Heat is just the devil nowadays. Sleeping with your hair wet seems harmless until you wake up with matted knots, breakage, and possibly moldy pillows. Definitely is a thing. Don't Google it too much. There's nothing wrong with going to bed with your hair 90% dry. That's okay. But when you're literally going into the shower, washing your hair, and then face planting on your pillow and going to bed, absolutely not. Never do that, even if someone's paying you. A really cheap way to avoid this problem is to get a microfiber towel. The ones that are more of a turban style work particularly well because you can flip your hair down, twist, wrap it up, and then take the little button to secure it. If you're cooking dinner or you're watching maybe a show on TV and you want to just suck every bit of moisture out without damage, this is how you're going to do it. Please, 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 I think you guys know this, avoid generic towels. Those are absolutely not good for your hair. Get a microfiber towel. They're not that expensive. Just don't wear this for more than an hour. Otherwise, you're going to get the exact same problems you're gonna get by going to bed with your hair wet. Okay, another unfortunate one is using the wrong scalp massaging tools. Scalp massaging is so important. If you're wanting to grow your hair out, protect your scalp, make it healthy, on goes the list, but using the wrong tool is going to irritate your scalp rather than nurturing it. You can find so many scalp massaging tools on the internet, but as we've learned in this video, not everything is created equal. Hard bristles or cheap rubber massagers can scratch and inflame the scalp barrier. This is no different than your skin barrier. If it feels like a dog toy, it probably is. Also goes to what kind of hair density you have. If you've got thicker hair, you need to find something that has longer teeth in it. If you've got thin hair, you need to go softer and shorter. This leads me to the fix, which is know your hair density and know what feels good. You want to have something that is going to hit your scalp through your hair. If you really want, you can find one that you can use in the shower while you're shampooing or conditioning, so you don't have to take time outside the shower to do a separate massage. These I find incredibly helpful because they have longer teeth, but the teeth themselves are larger. If you're gonna do a scalp massager, spend 3 to 5 minutes, 3 to 5 times a week. Honestly, every day is kind of an unrealistic expectation. Go through your problem areas. If you have no idea what your problem areas are, I would recommend your temples, the front end of your scalp, your crown area, and the nape of your neck. Why? Because these tend to be the most fragile areas. With the crown of your hair, the area that tends to get more congestion. Do not go full force onto your head. This is not a deep tissue massage. This is a Swedish massage. You want it to feel good. You want it to be relaxing and invigorating enough where you get a slight tingling sensation. This one seems basic, but I swear to you, it's not. Never washing your silk pillowcases. I think people just think silk wards off bacteria and hair and germs and everything else. It does not. It's like like any other fabric, there's a level of attraction. And if you're not washing your beautiful silk pillowcases, they can't do what they're meant to do, which is to give you frictionless, beautiful, smooth, satiny hair. Bacteria, oil, product buildup equals scalp acne and irritation. It goes without saying, if you're not washing your pillowcase, you're placing your head into a junkyard. I don't know, this may be the easiest tip, but wash your silk pillowcases. I'm going to add to that tip because that one just seems too obvious. Buy a multi-pack or buy really cheap ones. I got these very, very inexpensively off of Amazon. What you can do is buy multiple of these so you can have them essentially on rotation. You pick your routine. I'm not gonna tell you guys what to do, but do not go longer than a week without changing your pillowcase. If you really want to change it every day, go ahead. You're just probably gonna need more pillowcases. Some people layer their pillowcases on their pillows, so they'll put like 5 pillowcases on their pillow and then just remove them each day. You can definitely do that if you want, or just replace them as much as you want. Don't go more than a week without washing your pillowcase. Haircare can be extremely confusing, and it can be very confusing when you see so many people do all these things on the internet and then you do them and it doesn't work out and you think something's wrong with you. I'm here to tell you absolutely nothing is wrong with you. Usually the solution is a lot more simpler than you think it is. Hopefully you guys will incorporate these methods into your routine, and I promise you, your hair will be in a much better place because you're gonna be giving it more of the things it wants, it needs, and it craves. If you liked this video, you can check out these other ones on my channel. And with that, I'll see you next time. Bye!